Hey, what's going on, folks? It's Game for Days once again, and you're looking at some Dead Nation Apocalypse Edition for the PlayStation 4 now. I picked up Dead Nation for the PS3 back in the day on day one, and it ended up being easily one of my favorite downloadable kind of AA scale games of the last generation. Definitely my favorite Housemarque game to date, even more so than Resogun or Super Stardust HD. Just such a fun game for me. Really enjoy it. Really easy to pick up and play. This is like probably the fourth time I've actually gone back and played this game. Just so easy to pick up and play at any time. Really one of my favorites. And it's such a good game to show right now because we're coming up on Paris Games Week. And one of the games I'm most hyped for is Alienation, Housemarque's spiritual successor to Dead Nation, and I couldn't be more excited. I mean, this game looks like a mix between Resogun and Dead Nation. Just all the crazy particle effects of Resogun combined with the awesome twin stick shooting, hordes of enemy ambush goodness of Dead Nation. And that's just one of the many games I'm excited for from Paris Games Week. Yoshida has actually said that in terms of their Paris Games Week conference, we can look back to their previous Gamescom conferences and kind of get an idea of what they're going to be showing, the types of content that's going to be shown coming up on Tuesday for their Paris Games Week conference. And even looking back to last year's Gamescom, there were a ton of great announcements from Sony. Lots of great looking, really kind of AA scale games. You know, we had Alienation revealed, which is one of my most anticipated games right now. We had that really interesting looking game called Wild revealed, which really looks awesome, but there's not a whole lot of info about it. We had that game Tomorrow Children revealed. Until Dawn was re-revealed. I mean, there were a lot of really interesting looking games revealed last Gamescom, so I'm really excited to see what kind of content is going to be revealed on Tuesday. One of the things I'm most excited for about the PS4 lineup are these AA games. I mean, you can look at this lineup of AA scale games, and there's so many. There's Alienation, there's Rhyme, there's the Tomorrow Children, The Witness, What Remains of Edith Finch, Wild. So many just stellar looking, AA games that really just make me excited to play them. So I'm hoping we get a lot of release dates, a lot of just information regarding these games, because it has been a while, and I really want to dig in and just sink my teeth into the latest info on these games, because they are overdue, and they look really, really good. So can't wait for that. I think the other big thing that's going to be revealed on Tuesday is Quantic Dream's next game. Now I already know this is going to be real hit or miss for me. I enjoyed Heavy Rain for what it was back in the day. Looking back at it now, I don't think I could play through that game again. In retrospect, the writing was borderline bad. I mean, it was very, very mediocre writing. The script was pretty plain, pretty, it just wasn't that great. I did like the atmosphere in Heavy Rain, though. And then I never played Beyond Two Souls because I just wasn't feeling another QTE game. The game did not capture my attention, did not look very interesting. It is what it is. I wasn't feeling it. Didn't look so good to me. So really, I mean, I think Quantic Dream's next game is going to be another QTE-centric game. And that's fine. But if it is, I mean, it needs to have absolutely just stellar atmosphere, stellar graphics. The world has to be incredibly captivating. And on top of that, the script has got to be really, really polished, really, really well written, because Heavy Rain was not that good. And also the voice acting was pretty horrible in Heavy Rain too, in retrospect. So I think if they're going to be making another QTE game, which they probably are, it's got to have those two things. It's got to have the world, the environments, the atmosphere, and it's got to have the writing. It's got to have those two things. If it has those two things top notch, then I'm on board. But we'll see. We'll see about that game. And then aside from that, I really don't know what to expect. I'm expecting, like I said, all those AA games to really have the lid blown off and lots of information about them.
Rifle.
Oh, and then of course, Media Molecule's Dreams, which It's about time they really blow the lid off this game too, because that reveal, while it did look interesting and it did look impressive, it didn't tell me what the game was. I have no idea how it's a game. Come Tuesday, they need to explain to everyone how it's a game, you know, what the gameplay mechanics are, how you play the game. If it's just, oh, you can make a movie and then like walk through other people's movies, I have zero interest in that. I do not care for a game like that. I want a game with gameplay mechanics. And something like Little Big Planet is phenomenal. It has gameplay mechanics and it has tons of creative aspects where you can create your own games. So if it's like that, I'm on board. If it's create your own movie and walk through other people's dreams or whatever, nah, I'm out. Forget about it. So they really need to tell everyone what the game is, how it's a game, come Tuesday. So yeah, bottom line, probably going to see Quantic Dream, and then Media Molecules, Dreams, and then all those AA games I mentioned before. Anything else is pretty much going to be icing. You know, I'm not expecting big AAA bombs like E3 or anything like that. Maybe one. I would be happy with just one. But really, I'm not going to lie. If we get a huge info dump on all those AA games, I would be happy because I'm excited for almost all those. No joke. What are you looking for Paris Games Week? Anything you're interested in seeing? Anything catching your eye? Or do you just not give a shit? Let me know. Have a good one, guys. Play lots of games. Take it easy.